Listen, if you're thinking about buying a house in Raleigh right now, but you're sitting on the fence waiting for the perfect time, I need to tell you something that could save you thousands of dollars. I'm 𝐭𝐡𝐢𝐬, and I've been helping families in Raleigh and the Triangle find their dream homes for 20 years. And right now, in August 2025, I'm seeing something I haven't seen in over 3 years. The stars are aligning for home buyers in a way that might not happen again for a very long time. Stay with me for the next 12 minutes because I'm going to show you exactly why the next 90 days could be the most important window for buying a home in Raleigh that we've seen since 2019. Let me guess what's going through your head right now. You're probably thinking, home prices are still high. Interest rates went crazy last year. Maybe I should wait for prices to drop more. Sound familiar? Here's what I hear from potential buyers every single day. Should I wait for rates to drop to 3% again? What if home prices crash next year? I heard there's going to be a recession. My friend told me to wait until 2026. I get it, I really do. You know what happened to my client Susan last year? She was ready to buy in March 2024, had her down payment saved, got pre-approved, found the perfect house in North Hills. But she decided to wait. She thought prices would drop. She thought rates would come down faster. That same house, it sold to another family 3 weeks later. And today, that house is worth $35,000 more than what she could have paid for it. Susan finally bought a house 6 months later. Same neighborhood, smaller house, paid $28,000 more. The cost of waiting, over $60,000. But here's what Susan didn't know then that you're going to know right now. The Raleigh market has shifted, and it's shifted in your favor. Let me share with you 3 things that are happening right now that create the perfect storm for home buyers. First, mortgage rates are dropping fast. Remember when rates hit over 7% last year? Everyone panicked. I had clients calling me crying because they thought they'd never be able to afford a home. Well, guess what happened in the last 60 days? Rates dropped to 6.57%. That's the lowest we've seen in 10 months. Here's what that means in real dollars. On a $450,000 home, that's the median price in Raleigh right now, your monthly payment dropped by $127 compared to when rates were at 7%. That's $1,524 less per year. Over 30 years, you're saving over $45,000 just because you're buying now instead of 6 months ago. Second, inventory is finally increasing. For 3 years, we had a problem. Not enough houses. Too many buyers. Bidding wars on everything. But something changed. Active listings are up 25.7% compared to last year. What does that mean for you? Choice, options, negotiating power. Instead of competing with 15 other offers, you might be competing with 3 or 4. Instead of waiving inspections and paying $20,000 over asking price, you can actually negotiate. I had a client last month get the seller to pay $8,000 in closing costs. That wouldn't have happened in 2022. Third, the market is rebalancing. This is the big one. The market is moving from a seller's market to a balanced market. Home prices in Raleigh are still up 5.9% from last year, but the pace of growth is slowing. Some areas are even seeing small price decreases. This is exactly what you want as a buyer. You're getting in before prices stabilize at these levels, but after the crazy bidding wars have cooled down. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true. How do I know you're not just trying to sell me something? Fair question. Let me show you the proof. Here's what Mike and Jennifer from Cary said after closing on their home last month. We were scared to buy because everyone said to wait. But Phil showed us the numbers. We got our dream home in Cary for $15,000 less than asking price, and the seller paid our closing costs. If we had waited, we would have missed out completely. And here's what David from North Raleigh told me. I was renting for $2,200 a month, waiting for the perfect time to buy. Phil helped me see that my mortgage payment would only be $2,400 a month for a much bigger place. I was basically paying someone else's mortgage while waiting for a perfect time that was never going to come. These aren't special cases. This is what's happening right now for buyers who understand the opportunity. And it's not just my clients. The data backs this up. Mortgage rates down from 7% plus to 6.57%. Inventory up 25.7% year over year, days on market, averaging 31 days, giving you time to think. Wake County median price for July 2025 actually decreased by $35,500 in July, with a new median price of $460,000. The numbers don't lie. Hold on. Before I continue, I need to tell you something important. If you're still watching this video, that tells me you're serious about buying a home in Raleigh. You're not just browsing, you're actually considering making a move. Here's what most people don't realize. While you're watching this video, other buyers are out there making offers. Right now, today, I had 3 clients this week alone get their offers accepted. One got $12,000 in closing costs paid. Another got their dream home for $8,000 under asking price. But here's the thing, every day you wait, that's another day someone else is getting the house you could have had. Look, I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm trying to protect you from the regret I see every month from people who say, I should have bought when you first told me to. So here's what I want you to do right now. Don't wait until the end of this video. Pause it, click the link in the description, schedule your free consultation, then come back and finish watching. I'll wait. Now let me show you exactly how to take advantage of what I just shared. But here's what most people don't understand about timing the real estate market. You're not just buying a house, you're buying time. Every month you wait is a month you're not building equity. Every month you wait is a month you're paying someone else's mortgage instead of your own. Let me tell you about the hidden cost of waiting that nobody talks about. If you buy a $450,000 home today with 10% down, you start with $45,000 in equity. In Raleigh, homes typically appreciate 3 to 4% per year over the long term. That's $13,500 to $18,000 in equity growth per year. If you wait 1 year, you lose that equity growth. Plus, you'll likely pay more for the same house. Now let's talk about the rent trap. And here's the math that will shock you. Average rent in Raleigh for a 3-bedroom house, $2,200 per month. Mortgage payment on a $450,000 house with 10% down at 6.57% is around $2,550 per month. But that's $350 more per month, you might say. Hold on, that $2,550 includes principal that builds equity, $850, interest, $1,700, property taxes, and insurance. So your actual housing cost is $1,700. The other $850 goes into your pocket as equity. When you rent, 100% of your $2,200 goes to your landlord. When you own, only $1,700 is your actual cost. You're actually saving $500 per month by owning instead of renting. But here's the biggest cost of waiting, the opportunity cost. Every great house that sells while you're waiting is a house you can't buy later. Raleigh is growing. We're adding 80 new people every day. Companies like Apple, Google, and Amazon are expanding here, and Raleigh was just voted the best city in the US for job opportunities in 2025. The houses in the best neighborhoods, near the best schools, with the best commutes. They're not making more of those. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Let me address the biggest concerns I hear. What if rates drop to 3% again? Here's the truth. Rates at 3% were an emergency response to a global pandemic. The Federal Reserve has said they don't expect rates to go back to those levels. But even if they did, you can always refinance. You can't rebuy the house you missed. What if there's a recession and prices crash? Raleigh's economy is different from 2008. We have diverse industries, growing tech sector, and major universities. Our job market is strong. But let's say prices do drop 10%. If you buy now and prices drop, you still have a place to live. You're still building equity. You're still saving money compared to renting. If you wait and prices don't drop, you miss the opportunity entirely. I don't have enough for a down payment. There are programs for first-time buyers with as little as 3% down, VA loans for veterans with 0% down, USDA loans for certain areas with 0% down. The down payment isn't the barrier you think it is. I'm not sure I'm ready. Nobody ever feels 100% ready. But if you're financially stable, have steady income, and plan to stay in Raleigh for at least 3 to 5 years, you're probably more ready than you think. Here's what I want you to do right now. If anything I've said makes sense to you, if you're tired of paying rent and want to start building wealth through real estate, I want to help you. But I need you to understand something. This window won't stay open forever. Interest rates could go back up next month. Inventory could tighten again as more buyers realize what you're realizing right now. The families who act in the next 90 days are going to be the ones who look back in 5 years and say, that was the best financial decision we ever made. Here's exactly what to do. Step 1. Click the link in the description below to schedule a free consultation with me. No pressure, no sales pitch, just an honest conversation about your situation. Step 2. We'll get you pre-approved, not just pre-qualified, with one of my trusted lenders. This takes about 24 hours and costs you nothing. Step 3. We'll start looking at homes that fit your budget and your dreams. I'm limiting these consultations to 10 people this week because I want to give each family the attention they deserve. Look, buying a home is probably the biggest financial decision you'll ever make. You deserve to work with someone who has your best interests at heart. I'm not here to pressure you into buying something you can't afford. I'm here to help you understand the market so you can make the best decision for your family. Just real local guidance from someone who's helped hundreds of people just like you for over 20 years. The market is giving us an opportunity right now. The question is, are you going to take it? Click that calendar link below to schedule your private Zoom strategy session. Let's have a conversation. Let's see if home ownership in Raleigh and the Triangle is right for you. Text BEST TIME to 919-607-4844 and I'll send you my free, no-strings-attached guide to why it's a great time to purchase a home now. Plus, help you build a strategy based on your timeline, budget, and goals. If this video helped, hit that like button, drop a comment with the town you're most interested in, and subscribe for more no-fluff breakdowns of what it's really like to buy a home here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Triangle. I'm 𝐭𝐡𝐢𝐬, AI Certified Agent, and this is Real Estate Talk with 𝐭𝐡𝐢𝐬, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's go find your first home. 𝐭𝐡𝐢𝐬. Real estate is brokered by LPT Realty.